All right, welcome back to rows 1 through 10. This is, I believe, episode 163. They kind of got jumbled up there. We've been slacking the last couple of weeks, so yeah, hopefully we're back on track here. I think episode 163, and if you listen to the audio version only, I'm sorry about that. There was no audio last week. We did not get that out on the platforms because we ran out of space. But I made sure to have plenty of space before we got going tonight and started recording. So we should be good on that front. But Bailey, how you doing, my man?
Still fucking over the moon, man. I can't believe it. I've been waiting
I
so long,
bet.
and
I bet.
I still haven't come down from it. I mean, even I told my girlfriend, I was like, "I'm sorry, I had to replace you." I was like, "I'm sorry," because that was the last lap right there, and I was like, "I had to replace you." And man, it's a crazy feeling. I've been waiting for so long, and just like for me to experience with Cooper, like down there too, like we were watching it together, and we were like, because that last restart, we were like, "Holy shit, we can actually get this done!" Like we're on the correct strategy. We have a good car. But anyways, um, just happy. I'm also repping the Josh Berry first win shirt from Martinsville, April 2021. Sick as fuck.
Shout
One of
out
my best
Junior
finds.
Motorsports.
It's like a fucking kid shirt on me, but
Hey,
at the same time,
rock
you
it.
can't even really tell.
Gotta rock it. Gotta rock it. No, were you watching the race on a little bit of a delay?
Kinda, because we had two TVs, so we have our big TV mounted on the wall, and then we had a small TV below that on our TV stand. We had the onboard, and then also add the spotter radio on my ear because we always do that. We don't really set up two
Yeah.
TVs, but I always have the spotter radio on, no matter what. Even if we're dead last, I still have the spotter radio on. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I did it all last season because I was used to finishing P30 and just listening to fucking Rodney and Josh. So I enjoyed that at least, but it was a little bit of a delay because the onboard was kind of at the same time as the TV. So the onboard and TV and the actual race were at the same time, but the spotter radio was like 2 laps ahead.
I got you.
So I had to take
I
I had to
know
take
it
the
was a
radio out
little.
like 2 minutes. I mean, like 2 laps before because I knew what was gonna happen.
Yeah, I know it was like a little while when you texted us in the group, so I was like, oh, I didn't know if he was watching on the delay or not. But yeah, man, super happy for you. It's definitely always exciting when your driver gets their first career cup win. And really the way he did it, I mean, that was a statement win, statement season so far that Josh is putting together. I mean, we were just on here last week talking about the Wood brothers and how
Hmm.
much they've been stepping up, and then I mean, Josh goes out on a mile and a half of. I mean, nobody expected that. I don't think. Um,
It
to
proves
go
how
out
bad
and
these cars are too, though. To go flat out on a mile and a half without having to break through the corners is ridiculous. I mean, even Harvick mentioned it on his podcast because he had Josh, or sorry, Dale had Josh. And then Harvick was just talking about the Wood Brothers in general, and he mentioned how, we're going flat out on a mile and a half, and that's what we're doing in these cars. Like it's ridiculous. You shouldn't be able to go flat out in a mile and a half. You
yeah,
shouldn't have to, and it just shows like how much more power do we need? But
yeah. Hopefully, if we keep going the right direction with tires, we won't be going flat out.
God, yeah.
I mean,
But
nonetheless, I thought it was a good race on Sunday.
oh God, it was great. It was great. There was
Really
there
good
was a
race.
lot of, there was a lot happening in that race. I mean, the cautions, the pit cycles also had a big factor. Where Reddick kind of fucked himself later on in the race by pitting because he thought they were going to be able to restart and then finish P24.
Yeah.
I did not like Reddick, but now I hate Reddick more after what he said because
What do
he
you
said the
say?
fucking 21 won that shit,
Oh, really?
and I quote, I swear to God, that's what he said, and I was like, fuck this leprechaun. So, um, don't like Reddick anymore because if you're gonna sit there and shit on someone because they won because your fucking team fucked you over, eat a bag of dicks. Um,
Yeah.
but I mean, Ford, they woke up. It was a weird thing, like you noticed in the beginning of the race and qualifying, like there was really no Fords up there. It was mostly Toyota, Chevy, and just that's always been the story for Fords. Though it's our long run speed that gets us because we always wake up later in the race, and we never start out well, never on these mile and a half. So I feel like that's been the story of our season. Like I mean, I feel like Sunday we're gonna see the same thing. It's just gonna be Toyota and Chevy up there, and probably Penske up there. I don't feel like RFK is gonna do anything really. Um, I feel like Blaney's gonna be up there ripping the wall because it's always Blaney, Larson, Bell, and Reddick are the ones ripping the wall the most and doing the best. So it's gonna be the same thing. I feel like it's you have the one Ford team that's actually doing well because RFK's just like man.
Hit or miss. Hit or
Priest
miss.
got Priest got lucky with that top three because he didn't pit. That was
Yeah,
he
and
got
then
because RFK had a terrible time. Like that was a bad race for them.
yeah, they definitely didn't have a great race. I mean, Briscoe somehow managed top 15, but he got inside the top 10 there, like latter stages of the race. But
Mhm.
all right, we'll get more into that. But let's go in chronological order. I'm sure you watched the truck race. Yes, no, maybe you had to work Saturday, so you got to the bed.
I watched a little bit. I tried to watch as much as I could, man, but it went too late, and I saw Corey Heim flying through the pack by the time it actually started again, and I was like, man, I'm just gonna turn it off because I know what's gonna happen from here. And I wake up, lo and behold, Corey Heim won. Um, so
Yeah, I didn't even make it that far. As soon as the first rain came, I crashed out. I was like, I gotta work, and
yeah,
so I didn't even know how long it was gonna be or anything. Um,
it
so
wasn't worth
I
staying up for.
pretty much missed the whole race. But it looked like Tyler Ankrum, Corey Heim, and then a handful of others kind of dominated the night.
I
Um,
saw Ankrum was bitching though. Did you watch that interview after the race?
no, I didn't
He was absolutely just dogging on his team the whole time, like a little baby. I don't
really.
want to say it like that, but I mean he was just straight dogging on his team the whole time. He was like, "Yeah, they're bringing me shit cars every week with some new issue that they can't figure out in the shop, even though it's their job."
What's up?
Whoa,
What's up, man?
whoa!
Hey, just
What
want to
the
say
fuck are you doing?
congratulations.
We just got a
Congratulations on the win.
random call in here.
Thank you, thank you. We'll stay on. Fuck it.
Yeah, stay
No, I
on.
gotta record clean air. I got the boys all together.
What time is that?
Like whenever I hit record.
Oh, so you got like 30 minutes.
Yeah, it's gonna be a recorded one this week, not a live one.
Nah. Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
Did you watch the Anchorman interview?
Oh, where he was dogging on his team?
Yeah.
Total asshole.
Yeah. See, he was just
I'll
sitting
have
there
to
just
go
talking
I
about
didn't,
how.
I missed it.
Yeah, you need to watch it. It was just him talking about like
There
how
comes
we're bringing shitty
if you don't
trucks.
mind me just giving my opinion on this real quick.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
No,
Please.
I missed it, so this is great.
There is a certain level to which race car drivers can dog on their teams. Truex did it for years. Kyle Busch has done it for years. Kevin Harvick used to do it. When you're in the truck series and you're not like consistently up there enough, you've got no leg to stand on.
You know, all those guys you just named were Hall of Famers, so
Right. There is a stature that you have to be at.
Mhm.
1,000.
And to stand there in a post-race interview and just shit on your team for bringing you bad trucks, and it's their job to fix the truck for you. That way you can go drive it. I'm like,
Dang.
there was nothing even wrong with your truck.
If I am on that crew next week, I am purposely leaving a lug nut loose.
Mhm.
Or,
Fuck 'em.
or two.
Fuck them.
You want to learn? Like you want to talk shit? You're gonna learn.
He'll learn.
Yep. I never
right,
minded Tyler, but I mean after that, I'm just like, that's some shit you don't do.
I've
No,
taken
I'm
enough
with
of your
you.
time, guys. Thanks for bringing
Good
me
seeing
up.
you, AJ.
Hey,
See
no
you guys.
problem, man. See ya. All
But
right.
besides that, that was all I saw about the truck race. Heim Time, per usual. It's the start of a long season for us.
Yeah, Heim Time. No surprise there. I mean, I guess kind of surprised. You had some Cup guys, some heavy hitters in the field. I thought I had some money on Justin Haley. He wasn't really a factor. I think led one lap here. It looks like so. Not a factor there. Chandler Smith, I thought maybe could have been a factor in that 38
Mhm.
truck. Again, wasn't
Before
really
the
a
rain,
factor either.
before that rain came, he was
Yeah,
fucking because the race started, the rain came, race started back for like 2 laps, and he fucking flew, and the rain started back, and then that's when they did all the interviews on pit road, and he was like, "Yeah, man, we got a fast ass truck," and then I don't know what happened after that. I guess it was just sitting there for too long, and
yeah, track changed.
mhm.
But anyways, I missed truck race, but it doesn't look like I missed much. Heim Time, a lot of that. But yeah, on to Saturday. Were you able to watch Saturday's race?
I tried to watch as much as I could. I did watch it, but I was so fucking hazy because I was so tired. I don't really remember much. Um, do you remember that 19 being up there per usual? Uh,
Yeah, I mean it
Allgaier.
was. I would say it's really kind of where we left off last week at Phoenix. I
Mhm.
mean Allgaier and Almirola going at it pretty much all day. I mean
Mhm.
that was pretty much the storyline of that race. You had Allgaier lead. It was 102 laps. Almirola led 51 of the 200 laps. So
Yep.
that's pretty much a good chunk of it. And then Connor Zillage, that's I forgot about that. He ended up going up there
Flying,
and led. Yeah, that kid was
flying.
flying, man. I was like, damn, really
Quapple
surprised about
too.
that.
JRM just looked good in general, like per usual. I mean, Sammy was up there because Sammy qualified on pole.
Yeah,
Sammy Smith up there. JRM just looked
Quapple
strong.
Quapple had a good day. Their run kind of stalled out there at the end. I don't know if they had an issue or something broke on the car, or they had to like pit if they miscalculated the fuel or something. But I know
That's what it was.
they had to pit
They
late. I know
miscalculated the
that.
fuel because he was fuel saving for like the
I was
last, I think it was 15 laps, and he only had like 10 laps of gas left.
Yeah, I had him for a top 5 play, and he ended up I think was running about 7th when they had that
They made him
issue.
pit way too early too because they wanted to avoid him running out of gas on the track. That way, Allgaier wouldn't get fucked. Oh shit! I don't know what happened. Poor Derek. Um, but yeah, they pit him early because they wanted to make sure that he didn't run out of gas on the track, which would in turn fuck Allgaier, which has happened to Allgaier many times. Um, Restarts like that will just get the best of him, and he can't do anything about it. I mean, look at Phoenix, for example. Phoenix was the same story for him. Just got stuck. That last restart. I mean, he had the speed, but he didn't have the.
Hello, hello. If anybody's still with us, I hope you are. Check, check, check. Apparently, you can hear me. So Bailey is not here. All right.
I think you joining back just absolutely killed my Wi-Fi for some reason.
Yeah, I think my internet went out, so I lost connection, and then so I don't know.
I kept trying to
But
load it back up, but it was messing up.
um, I don't know where we were at. Zilly.
I was talking about where Quapple had to pit early because
Oh
he didn't
yes,
want to run out of
Quapple.
gas in the track.
Yes.
Then just talking about how Allgaier's got fucked on research previously, like what happened in Phoenix, and they were trying to avoid that from happening once again. And obviously they succeeded at that because they kind of made him go down pit lane, and I think he also had an issue that they were fixing at the same time. So he kind of got shot in the foot a little bit, which is the story of Quapple's season so far, which is sad to say. I mean, 2 races back to back, he had a tire go down within the last 10 laps. Had it happen in Phoenix while running up front, and had it happen at Coda. But at Coda was only due to Zilich because Zilich raced him like a dick. No, I like Zilich, but Zilich did race him like a dick
Oh, I know.
and
I mean,
cut his tire down.
he had apologized in the Monday debrief, so
Yeah, cut his
that
tire
sounds like
down.
it.
So I feel bad for Quapple. Quapple's a damn good driver, and his time will come definitely this season. I feel like he will get his first win this year. He's just
Yeah,
running
no
super
doubt.
well for what he's known for. I mean, he's known for his short tracks, his late models. He's not known for his road courses and like how he ran at Coda. That was like a big shock to everyone. Like, holy fuck, this dude can wheel a car. And then you see him on a mile and a half and do the same thing he does. It's impressive, and it's definitely something that's not being unnoticed by people and drivers because they know that holy shit, this dude could be a threat.
No, I hear that. I mean, even I think at Dover last year, that was his like first start, I think, or at least that's the first. He had a really good run at Dover, almost won the damn race. Um, and so I'm sure he'll get it turned around. And that's another thing is I feel like everybody's like keeps talking about like the season so far, the season so far. I mean, it's like if you're not a good plate racer or a good road course racer, you've only had 2 races. Like, you know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? So
Yep.
I think just pump the brakes on all that. Everybody will find their groove. Um, Yeah,
This is our first
Carson
actual race too. Is the big thing. Like this
Carson
is our
Kvapil will
first
be
actual
in a
race.
great. Exactly.
So
Exactly. And a lot of teams go home and make changes after the West Coast swing here, and
mhm.
that'll change everybody's play. And when we get to about middle of April, that's when you'll see some players come out.
Well, we get Martinsville come up, then we get Bristol come up, and we're gonna really see some. I think we're gonna see a couple surprises. I'm praying Martinsville is gonna be a good race. Xfinity Martinsville is always great. Um, I enjoy
Yeah,
that race so much, but Cup is usually a hit or miss. It's either really good or really boring. But
yeah. I mean, if you I don't know if you heard how much about the test Monday, the tire test they did post Phoenix Monday. But everybody was talking about that Martinsville tire was like almost too soft, which is like a good thing. So I'm there for it. Hopefully that's a good combination for Martinsville, and we'll hopefully give it a better race.
yeah, I'm ready for Miami though.
Oh yeah.
I already know who's gonna win. I feel like, but we'll see. Don't want to say my pick yet, but I feel like it's going to be the same players up front as we always see. I don't think there's going to be any special storylines from this race. Uh, I know Heim's running again, so I'm praying Sam Hunt Racing can kind of stay out of trouble for once in their life because Dean Thompson's caught nothing but trouble the past 6 races in a row. And I don't mind Dean. I liked him at Tricon, and I do like him in the Xfinity Series now. He's in a good car. I wouldn't say great car, but Sam Hunt. They do produce good cars. I mean, Truex has won with them twice, I think now. Um, they have a they have a good little team, and I kind of like the little 2 car lineup they have. And hopefully next season they do it another. They keep the 2 car lineup and they do it full time instead of part time 24. I get it's a lot more money, but also at the same time, if you bring Corey Heim into the Xfinity Series, I mean, you're bringing a whole new player to the field. I mean, that's going to change the scope of the whole entire series.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I'm not really sure what his funding is. I know obviously he's got a lot of that safe light money right
Mhm.
now. I'm not sure if that's family money or where that's coming from.
Yep,
But obviously if you can transfer that over to that
it won't happen
series
though.
and
He'll go to Cup.
why
He'll skip straight over to go to
well,
Cup.
if you got that kind of funding, you might as
Oh,
well.
he will. I mean, look at he's like one of the hottest people on the market right now. It's
Yeah.
him and Corey Day. Like those are like the big two. There's really
Him,
no
I
there's
guess
no
because
big Ford
Dillage is
guy.
already locked up.
Yeah, there's no big Ford guy. So I mean,
The thing is, they don't have any spots either for him.
exactly because we don't do anything with our fucking talent. We're just like, yeah, sorry, we got nothing.
And you
Go ahead and
don't
go
have
another team.
like any developmental teams in the
Hmm.
Xfinity series. I mean, Penske needs to start a team. Roush should start a team and
Penske needs to
have
bring
some.
back their Xfinity program because
They were so good.
they were. I mean, they won a championship and like, bye bye.
Yeah, literally
Like
won a
Cindric won, and
championship
then they were like, Cindric,
at
you're gonna go in 2 car
C.
now. And then
Yeah.
they left. And I mean, that 22 was fucking sexy, man. That had some sick ass. That money line scheme was
Oh yes,
when
the
Cindric
money
ran
line
that.
scheme with the Penske. I don't know what you call them, the Penske stripes or whatever on the car.
The white money line scheme with like the teal. That was
It was
sexy.
good.
I used to run, I
It
think, all
was
the
good.
time in what Heat 4, I think it was.
Yeah, that was definitely one of my favorites
Mhm.
from that era. Um,
But we need more developmental in Ford. I mean, we just don't see a lot of Ford throughout NASCAR. I feel like they're I wouldn't say a dying team, but I feel like we're an unwanted team. We're like the last resort for some people. It's like you can't get around anywhere else. Come to a Ford. Um, Mostly old heads. You don't see a lot of young people unless you'd say Penske. I mean, look at Wood Brothers. I mean, our driver's 34 years old, and the youngest in Penske's Austin Cindric at like what 26. Uh, I can't think of. I mean, maybe Cole Custer. You could throw him up there, but he's like 30 something. So all the Ford drivers aren't. We have no young drivers. You look at Toyota. You look at Chevy. They got young guys, good guys,
a lot of young
developmental
guys.
people they can put in the car at any time if someone gets injured. Like if damn Cindric went out for a race, who are you going to put in there? Ryan Sieg,
Harrison Burton.
Ryan Sieg, Harrison Burton. Like, what are you going to do? Like, you got nothing.
No, seriously, they one or two of those teams needs to start an Xfinity program,
Mhm.
and it would be a great, I think, opportunity for some young talent to grow and develop in that series. I mean, look at what they're doing with Connor Zillard. Chevy's doing with him,
Mhm.
and obviously, Dale Jr.'s premier team. But
I'd
you
say
can't
front
tell me.
row. I know front row just expanded the truck team to add another truck in there,
Oh
and they
yeah,
also they're a
yeah.
3 car team now. But I mean, also at the same time, like they have so much money for. I don't know where the fuck they're getting all this money from. I don't know what the hell has brought them all this money. But I mean, to go ahead and add
Taco
another cup car.
Bell's and Long John Silver's, bro.
I mean, to add another truck and another car in the Cup Series, I mean that's ridiculous. Like, where the fuck can you just pull this money from? I can understand RFK. Um, it's a well-known, funded program throughout NASCAR, but front row, I have no idea where they're getting this money from, and I feel like they would be the next ones or Penske to actually start up something if they did. And I wish they would because we need that. I mean, I'm not saying I want Harrison Burton back in the Cup Series, and I don't. Um, but we need more drivers like that we can develop, take away from Toyota, like we took away Harrison and kind of grow them. But
Basically, shit, fuck that one up too.
well, when you're so used to being in a good car, then you put someone in an RI car that's
Well,
a
I mean
totally different
that's again,
manufacturer in a
that's
new
again. I mean
series.
somebody that needed to probably some more time in an Xfinity series, but Ford had no Xfinity rides.
I saw him in what saw him win 3 or 4 races in the Xfinity. They were like, "Yep, Wood Brothers, come on,
Yeah, you're a Cup driver, bro. Come
yep,
on.
you're Cup driving, come on over."
And it just doesn't. I mean, same thing happened to Joey Logano. I mean,
Sure.
you put him in the 20 car. It's a great car, but they're just not ready to go and win races and lead a team. They're children. Whereas
Mhm.
Josh Berry is a middle-aged guy.
Seasoned vet,
Seasons vet, but
and
that's a good
he's ran like
transition.
what 7 different cars though.
A lot of different
48,
cars.
77, the 42, the 9.
Well, and I mean,
Um,
late model experience I feel like counts for a
oh
lot
god,
too.
yeah. Oh god, yeah.
So
I mean, to go out and whoop ass at late models, and pretty sure did he do? He didn't do modified.
no,
No, yeah, that's what I was
he's
saying.
just been
I was thinking
pretty
of
much a
something.
late model guy.
Yeah, he did. He did a lot of late models, and he fucks in iRacing. I know that.
Oh yeah,
That's how Dale found him. If you don't know that, Dale found him in
I
iRacing.
do. I think he was like one of the very first like iRacing champions
Mhm.
before it like become like
Yep.
you got all the big money and shit.
Dale
So
Dale found him in iRacing, and then called him up. Ran the late model. Whooped ass in the late model because we ran the '88 too. We ran the shit, the yellow and blue car. The brand, the company starts with the S.
Speedco.
Speedco, yes. We ran the Speedco '88, and then we started running the 8, and yeah, it's history.
And then what was the green car, the green and white? What was that sponsor like?
Harrison's.
S- No, in the late models.
Okay. Sorry. We ran Harvick's car. We ran the '62. We ran the Harrison's
No, no,
last year.
no. This is
I was like
like
green and
early
white.
day Dale Juniors. Here, I'll tell you.
I know
Stall
we
for a
ran. I
second.
know we ran Tire Pros. We ran Tire Pros once. It was all white Tire Pro, with Harrison's on it. And then I know we ran Harvick's because we ran the Harrison's one. Because that was when we first went to SHR. We ran with Harvick and his late model team to get because Rodney was crew chief in that race too. Because it like Rodney and Josh want to get acclimated with each other.
Mm-hmm.
But that's brand. I don't know. All I know is the Speedco one.
I'm gonna find it here. Hang tight.
Hmm. Humble brag, I made it to Class C on iRacing finally. So
I
for
saw that
everyone,
I got the promotion.
I
Hell
did
yeah.
finally. I'm gonna buy a truck later.
Nice. Buy the truck up. I can't find this picture. Maybe it's right here. I think I might have found it. Nope. I can't find it right now. Anyways, Josh Berry, great job. Yeah, so that kind of gets us into Sunday. Um,
Before
I thought
that,
it was.
I
Go
feel
ahead.
like we should go ahead and branch into F1 maybe,
Oh yeah,
and then
yeah.
get
Let's
into
just
that
do it
because it was
chronological
Saturday
order.
night.
It was Saturday night, late night.
Did you watch the whole thing?
I did not. I fell asleep.
Ooh, you missed out.
I know. I woke up and saw some highlights, and I was like, "What a banger!"
Yep. Fuck me, the rookies. Jesus, where to even
I
begin?
know.
Had y'all on the formation lap. You feel for bro on like what turn 4, you bend your shit and total your car, and dude was bawling his eyes out. But I feel like he was faking it a little bit. No lie. I know he was crying a little bit, but there's no way he
Definitely,
was
when you
bawling
see
his
the
eyes out like that.
cameras, you got to be a little bit more dramatic
Yeah, I
yourself.
mean he was crying the whole fucking time. Like you ain't got that many tears in you.
Right.
Um,
Calm down, bro. It's
Carlos
not
kind
that
of
deep.
fucking
It's
up
not
his
gonna be the
start.
first time you've been in the car this year.
Exactly, yeah. Carlos fucked up his start and kind of wrecked at the same time as Duhan. So then they went out. Um, the race was damn good. I mean, Ferrari struggled a lot.
They
That was a
did.
big story. Did you hear the pit? I mean, not the pit, but the
No,
Charles radio.
no. What happened?
Charles is. It was about like halfway through the race, and Charles is like, "Is there a leak?" And they're like, "A leak from where?" And Charles says, "I
I
got water all on my
I
seat."
did hear this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then the pit guy, he's like, "It's probably from the water." And I was like, "Huh?" He said he has water in his seat. Is there a leak? And then you say it's probably from the water. Like, no shit. I don't think Charles was like, add that to the scrapbook.
Yeah.
I was like, wow. But Ferrari, they struggled. I mean, Lewis was stuck behind Alex Albon the whole entire fucking race. Uh, Red Bull looked actually fast per usual. I
They
mean,
did. I feel like
Liam
it could
Lawson
be
sucked.
a very exciting year between McLaren and Red Bull.
I don't think Red Bull's going to be up there. I think Mercedes is going to come
You
back
think it
strong.
was just the wet
Oh god, yeah.
had Red Bull up there
Oh
and
god, yeah.
then Max up there?
Oh god, yeah. I mean, I get Liam did have a rebuilt car. He had a whole rebuilt rear wing, which he was very off the pace. It was him and both Haas's were way off the pace. Haas looks fucking terrible. So,
Well, I'm not saying necessarily team manufacturer wise, like team championship wise, but I'm
mhm.
saying just like you think Max will be able to carry the Red Bull a little bit more and be able to race with the
Oh god,
McLaren.
yeah, he's gonna carry. He's gonna fucking backpack. I think that's what Red Bull needs to understand. They just need a good driver to line up beside him, and they can't find that driver. They had that driver in Sergio, but when you create a car around one driver and you expect another driver to kind of get used to that car, it's kind of hard because everyone has their own driving style, and you can tell that car is more curated towards Max than anyone else. Um, so I feel like it's hard to get adjusted to the car that's not made for you and is made for someone else, and you're having to force yourself to learn a whole new way to drive a car. Uh, but I think Red Bull needs to understand they just need a good solid teammate like they had in 21 with Sergio. I mean, Sergio and Max were fucking unstoppable.
Yeah, they
If you
were.
had Sergio and Max behind each other, I mean, if Max was in the lead, Sergio was behind him, you best believe no one was going to pass for second. Uh, we saw that in the championship. I mean, that played a big factor with Sergio's blocking. Uh, I feel like they shouldn't have canned him. You could definitely tell that Red Bull was struggling, and I don't think canning him was the right option to fix the team, I guess you'd say. I don't understand why you put a rookie in that big of a seat. And I just I don't want to see him get his career ruined because he's been super good. I've been watching him through Super Formula because I even watched that too. I like Liam. I liked him in F2. I liked him in Super Formula. I liked when he filled in for Danny Rick. I liked all that. I just don't want to see him commit his time to the team who most likely will not care for him after the season.
Mm-hmm.
Got a feel for Lando and got a feel for Oscar. Oscar spins out with like 15 to go. Just him and Lando absolutely just send it into the corner. And Oscar spins out in the grass and pretty much does whatever he can to get out and finally gets out and still finishes like P10. So he still scored a point. Bortoletto, he kind of fucked up and spun out and put a yellow flag in, I think, the last corner. What else? What else was Pierre could have finished in the points but fucked up. Kimmy, mega fucking race, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Came from nowhere. That Mercedes is fucking fast. I know Lewis. I'm not gonna. It's too early, but I know Lewis is probably scratching his head a little bit, like like one of those monkeys that's just like standing there, like, huh?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's how he is right now, because like he's probably like, where was his car when I needed it? Because now you can tell Mercedes is looking pretty stout. But we go to China. It's a totally different track. You got long straights, so we're really gonna see who has the speed. Two really long straightaways because you have. I wouldn't really say the backstretch, but you have the backbone of the track that goes into the final corner, super long, and then you have the front stretch of the track which goes into the S's a little bit. I think we're gonna see a pretty good race. Kind of surprised that Nico Hulkenberg finished fucking P7. Dude, I swear this fucking dude is insane. So he got more points than Sauber already got last season. So he got 6 points, and Sauber only scored 4 points last season. That was with
Hell
both
yeah.
the drivers getting in the top 10. So, shout out Nico. I love Nico. I love Haas. I wish he would have stayed. But that car is fucking terrible, per usual.
Yeah.
It's like
Yep.
they always do this. They did this in 2018. You go so far forwards, and then everything is gripped back. Because they
I
did it
know.
when they pulled with Rich Energy, when they had the gold and black car. That thing was fucking beautiful, man. Oh my god.
The fake energy drink.
Mm-hmm. They did the same thing though. Like they went so far forwards 2018, going in 2019, you had the nice car, and then you get sponsorship pulled, and everything just goes downhill, and then you have a
Well, and then
fuck.
they did the same thing. They had the Russian kid,
Yeah, they had Eurocali.
Mazepin.
Yeah, Eurocali. Same thing got pulled from them, and then everything goes. Nothing was really uphill from when they had.
Euro colleague.
Yeah, when they had Eurocali, but I feel bad for Nikita because he was the consequences of his dad's actions.
Well, that and yeah, exactly. His
Yeah,
dad
he had to reap the consequences of his father's actions, and he took the
his
bullet.
father and his home country.
Yes, that and Gene Haas supplying
Yeah.
weapons to Germans, or Russians. Sorry, but that's political shit. But anyways,
Another
Lando
race
fucking gets
week.
it done. Lando
Yep.
gets it done. He finishes
I
Max second, George Russell third, Kimmy fourth. After a little bit of controversy, Kimmy got a weird ass penalty for no reason that really had nothing to do. They called like an improper start, like
but didn't
fucking
they rescind
20
it?
laps. They did, but they put it on the screen 20 laps after it happened.
Yeah.
So it was like he was just running his own race, and they're like, "Oh, Kimmy under investigation." But then they took it back, and Kimmy finished P4. So Merck got some damn good points. George Russell's always fucking super quiet, sneaky.
Yep.
Every time he's on the
Typical
fucking
George.
track, it's just like you don't see much of him,
You
but
don't
like,
hear about him at all.
yeah, you don't see much, and then the very end of the race, you're like, where the fuck did he come from?
But yeah, I'm
So
excited. Another race week. This one I probably will just get up early. I don't think I'm gonna stay up.
no, I don't think you can even get up early. It's at 3 a.m.
That's what I'm saying. Just get up early. Go to bed
Fuck,
early
dude.
and get up early.
Fuck,
No,
dude.
I don't think staying up is the right call this
I'm gonna
weekend.
be dying.
I don't think getting up or staying up is the right call. I think getting some sleep and
You
then
got a
getting up
point.
early.
You got a
I
point.
think that's
I,
the
I
right
gotta I
call.
gotta work Saturday, so like maybe just go home, take a nap.
Go to sleep early and then wake up at like 2:30
I'm
and
not
then
missing it. I
watch.
can't. I don't miss F1
No,
races
I
unless
like.
it's.
And China's one of my favorite tracks.
Yep. I miss
The camera is freaking right now.
God, what is the name of the track? It was the uh,
This
it
is
was the it was the it was the German one that they used to run in Russia. It was the Russian one. Sochi.
Oh yeah, the way the
Yes,
Olympics were.
I miss that track. That was one of my favorites to run in the old
Well,
F1
and the
games.
last year that was the rain race, I think,
hmm
when it rained.
That was one of my favorite tracks to run in the old F1 games when I was a kid. I fucking
Yep,
absolutely love
it's
that
a good
track.
track. Good
But
track.
Baku's like my closest one to that because I do like Baku a lot. So you'll never catch me missing Monaco, Baku, Bahrain. I have a deep affliction for Bahrain and Jeddah. Jeddah is my absolute all-time favorite fucking track. And give me an any F1 game and I will fuck you up. Anyone, guaranteed, guaranteed. But
Hell
besides
yeah.
that, we're going to China. I'm excited. I hope Ferrari can find some fucking speed. Um, Pit strategies were actually good, so good for them. And I hope Charles gets his leak fixed.
Yes. All right, on to Cup Sunday.
What a fucking race!
Yeah, no kidding.
How did you
32
feel
lead
about it? Why don't
changes.
you, why don't you, why don't you go ahead?
I felt good about it. I mean, it was exciting. You had a lot of pit road mistakes and penalties throughout the field. You had people busting their ass. You had, I don't know, cautions. You know,
Mhm.
it had a little bit of everything to me.
A lot of
I
pit road
thoroughly
mistakes though.
enjoyed. Yeah, and I mean that's what kept it really interesting. Is you're like, okay, like anytime we go down pit road, there's somebody's gonna leave a mistake. It seems like, and then I mean, it's nobody really dominated the race all
Yep.
day. Like it was like you had guys there who looked like they were going to win and looked dominant, and then they would kind of fall back with whether it be
Larson.
strategy or yeah, Larson was probably the best car.
Yep.
He ended up
That was the
leading
big one.
60 laps. I mean, he only led
One
60
stage
laps.
two.
Yeah, one stage two, and I think everybody thought he was definitely the best car. But just wasn't meant to be. The strategy was really interesting of it, how the cautions played out there at the end with you thought
hmm
everybody was going to be good on fuel if it stayed green, and then like the front half of the field wasn't good on fuel. Um,
I think a big thing too was JGR was oh fuck JGR was slacking. They fucking terrible until stage three. Briscoe had his loose wheel, fucked up with that. I mean, that caused a caution. Seabelt wasn't moving through the pack as much. I mean, he was kind of inching forwards a little bit, and then pitted in the wrong pit box and went to Briscoe's, and then got a penalty for that. Uh,
Yeah, I mean, it was more of like their own doing, not like speed wise they were off. Like I feel like they had plenty of speed.
Denny was up there. Denny was up there. He was top 10.
I
Denny
mean,
had
even
speed. He
Bell, I
was the
felt
only
like
one.
had a chance to be a race winning car if they didn't make those
He did.
mistakes.
If he didn't make that mistake, then he definitely would have.
You know, what I mean, it wasn't for the lack of speed for Gibbs for sure. It
Another
wasn't
big
like they.
factor was Blaney wrecking out too.
Yep, that's right.
If
Early
that
on,
didn't happen, Blaney would have won that race. I have
that's true.
full fucking confidence Blaney would have won that fucking race because he had a fast ass car. Uh, him wrecking was a big factor in why Josh won, I think. Because if, like I said, if Blaney didn't wreck out, then he would have won. I mean, for most of the race, I was listening to spotter radio, and the 22 and 21 were the fastest cars on the track. That was after Blaney wrecked, and we were moving. Suarez was a big surprise too. I mean, Trackhouse came out of nowhere.
Suarez was a good big surprise. He needed to run like that. Obviously, he's on the
Hmm.
hot seat. And I mean, we know that he got the win last year at Atlanta. But it hasn't had the start to the season that they've wanted. But they definitely needed a run like that to solidify themselves. And I mean, I guess Josh made the pass with like 18 laps to go. So I mean, it was a damn good race all the way up to the end.
I, I'm eating my words a little bit here. I don't think SVG's cup ready. I don't think he should be full time. I'm kind of starting to agree with my brother a little bit about it. I don't see it. I mean, I get most of the things that happened this
The
weekend
thing
was
is, it
not
doesn't
on him.
matter. I mean, shit. Neither is Kyle Busch.
That's true. And that was also another victim of his pit road mistakes. I mean, nothing on him. Had a pretty fast car. I mean, definitely a top 10 car and definitely some points he needed.
Like I feel like SVG, like he got into a little bit of trouble like 2 or 3 times this
It
weekend.
wasn't even his fault though.
But that's what I'm saying. It's just he
Yeah.
just got caught up at the wrong
Yeah.
place, wrong time. It wasn't
It
like
was
he was
always a
being
tire
a
going on.
dumbass. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Yeah, they had
Yeah.
a tire going, so they might have just had like a bad setup on a car.
It's hard. It's hard. I don't know. Like I feel like
But the thing is, like
he's
when
had good
this
runs.
in this format, it doesn't matter if you're good in ovals.
Yeah.
Just get by.
I don't see. I'm not. I'm still an SVG. I like SVG. I'm still an SVG guy. It's just like
I am too. That's what I'm saying. Is he deserves to be in the Cup Series if you ask me.
yes. I can't agree. It's just a matter of some people are scratching their heads probably, and they're like, why is this dude in here? And I mean, like fucking Ty Gibbs. Jesus fucking Christ. What is going on? Like I'm really not a Ty Gibbs hater. I'm really not. Like I'll put on my fucking I have a Ty Gibbs hat. Don't ask me why, but I do. Um, what the
Hey,
fuck is going on?
he completed all the laps this week.
What the fuck is going? Yeah, like a lap down though.
Nah, he made all the laps.
Yeah, he finished 22nd. Yep. Sorry.
Yep,
Sorry.
won the lead lap.
But what is going on?
It's just, I mean, it's one of those things when everything that can go wrong will go wrong.
And I feel like it's not like last year. I mean, like last year, we know he had a lot of engine trouble, a lot of transmission issues. Shit with
That was in,
that was
obviously
out
in
of
the
his
latter
control.
half of the year. Maybe
Yeah.
maybe this year it's a different story of like the script
But
is
he's
flipped
having
where
no
you get.
issues with his car. It's shit he's getting caught up in or shit he's doing. That's a
That's
big
true.
thing. So like Coda getting caught up in something. Last week, it's
It's
his own
also,
doing.
I mean, you hear about it that like when you say you get caught up and you have a bad start to the year or whatever, it just puts you so far back on like the
Mhm.
qualifying draw and everything on like pit selection and everything. So like it's just hard, you got to have a few good weeks to get out of it. I mean, like we talked about, this is like the first race at a normal racetrack. Obviously, we get another one this weekend at Miami. So yeah, I expect I watch Ty Gibbs will go out and run top 5 this weekend.
Martinsville and Bristol. I feel like
Yeah,
Bristol's
yeah.
always been his
Bristol.
track.
Somebody said that last week. It might have been you. Bristol
It was
is
me.
first
Bristol's
win.
always been his track.
Yeah,
If like no, I
that's
said that
definitely.
if
If
there's
there's
anywhere
any
he wins.
week, if there's any week for a get right week, it's Bristol for
Yes,
him.
he gets in trouble though. That's his thing. I've
Yep.
noticed past 2 Bristols in a row. He's always something's happening to him to where he's getting fucked. Spring Bristol last year. I mean, hell, he was top 3. Was fast. I mean, it was Denny and someone else. I forgot. It was Denny, someone, and then it was Ty. And then I think it was when Kyle Busch spun around and went
Denny
backwards.
Truex, wasn't it?
It might
No,
have been.
Keselowski.
I don't remember. But it was like that's another big thing, right? Like that's one that I'm talking about right there. It's that. So
Yeah.
like he's getting caught up in things that's out of his control, and I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. But you're in that good of a car, you should not be struggling that bad. Like I said, I can give Briscoe the benefit of the doubt. You're still learning the car. You're learning a new manufacturer. The car is completely different. You got to understand the braking points in the car and everything like that. But crew chief, spotter, things like that. The way their vernacular when they talk to you. Uh, but Ty, he's 3 seasons in now. Like this is his third season. I mean, there shouldn't be any reason why you shouldn't be doing anything in that car. Like you should be having to scrape into the playoffs strictly off points.
Yeah.
That shouldn't be a thing. Like for you, you should be at least winning a race. And Truex was the same way. I mean, I don't care if your team was against you. You're in a fucking good car and you know how to race.
Hmm.
I mean, you've proven that, and Ty's proven that in Xfinity. I mean, look at his fraud ass championship that he took from Noah. Still won race that season.
He did.
Noah should have had that. Noah should have had that. I don't care what
So
anyone
Noah.
says.
So Noah, you know the format going in.
But fuck, man, that 21,
And
dude.
it's just like Willie B's truck championship.
That is yeah. Fuck.
All right. Well, shout out Josh Berry.
Mm.
Obviously,
God,
huge
man,
win. So excited for you, Bailey, to finally see your driver
it
win.
was sad though, because like at the start of stage 3 when he went to the very back of the pack because we had a loose wheel, but we caught it before we actually started the race. So we caught it, went to go pit, and me and Cooper looked at each other like we're fucked. You know, we
Oh,
had speed, but we didn't see how much speed we had in the back of the pack. And then we get through, and then the wreck happens, and then we go from what 5 places from last all the way up to P18, and me and Cooper were like, okay. Starts back with 70 to go. We're moving through the pack. We're going, and that's when Miles on the radio, he's like, you know, Josh, you and Joey are the fastest right now, and us and Joey are right behind each other. So we're moving through the pack together. Uh, Suarez is still up there and just so fucking fast, man. We couldn't pass him, and that was when I was starting to like get a little nervous. I was like, it's gonna happen again. I'm gonna have to experience another fucking close win. Um, then 20 to go, we get that caution, and then I think with 18 to go, we go green again and get a damn good start. Just kind of start pulling away from Suarez a little bit. Suarez had a little bit of speed. I was kind of nervous that he's just going to send it into a corner and use Josh up. But I don't know what it was. I mean, we're on used tires. They weren't that fresh. Um, and we just got speed.
it's just a
And
guy who knows how to manage his stuff.
that is true. I mean, late model racers, like even after he won, he was like, I don't beat the shit out of my cars. He's like, I grew up doing late models. He's like, you can't do a burnout in these things.
You got to
He's
race
like,
it next week.
yeah. He was like, you got to pull it around the track, and you know, you got to thank the fans. And he's like, that's what I want to do. And he was like, I don't know if you watched the junior download. Um, he
I
was
did
saying
not.
he watched Dale's 2014 Daytona win, and when Dale didn't do a burnout, he kind of went around the track with the flag and sat on his car and thanked his fans. He's like, I took a lot of inspiration from that because you really soaked it in. He was like, you're not doing too much to enjoy the moment. You want to soak in the moment with your fans. And he was like, me sitting on top of that car is when it all hit me, and I was like,
Hell yeah.
motherfucker, that motherfucker. So I went and bought both wind shirts. Got me the Euro pit shirt as well because Race Day Authentics had a nice 50% off Josh Berry sale. And yeah, I'm probably gonna fucking die in that shirt.
Is that the
So
car he had last weekend?
it was
Like the blue,
yes, it was the blue one.
like
Yes,
the
it was the
blue
blue
and
one.
white shit? Yeah,
And we're running the sexy Dex imaging. I don't know if you've seen it, but goddamn, that car is fucking nice. Have you seen it?
I have not. That's what's
Oh
running
my
with
god, you
me.
gotta look it up. You gotta look it up.
I mean, I'm
Look
sure
it
I've
up right
seen
now.
it.
Look
I've
it up
seen
right now.
Harris in person.
No, look it up right now. Don't tell me we lost Derek again. Damn. Well, anyways, I don't know if you saw this earlier, but fucking sick. Excuse me. I pulled this out of the fucking the gutters, deep in the closet, right there, deep in the closet. But man, it feels good to finally get to experience an actual. When I got in the NASCAR, I was like a Kyle Busch fan because I didn't know who else to like, and I was like the Eminem car. Um,
Yeah,
so I
that
got to
car was
experience
fire.
that one at Talladega. I got to experience his Talladega win. Um, but that didn't really hit me because you know I like Kyle, but then I kind of went into Harvick because my brother talked me into it, and I was like, okay, I'll fuck with the 4 car, and then I learned a lot about Harvick. And then Josh is from Hendersonville, Tennessee, which is like 2.5 hours away from where I live in Tennessee, and I was like, can't say no to this guy because Cooper talked me into that as well. Um, and then kind of waiting so long for that 4 win, you know, it kind of hurt because I went to so many races. Uh, Waited so long. I got robbed from Talladega from when Blaney took it, and we had the spoiler bolts that were wrong. I got robbed from Darlington when Ron Newman spun someone out a lap down and Harvick pitted right before in the the caution lights came on and he already went in the pit, so we got a penalty. Fucked us from winning that race. Uh, Daytona, the night race. It was the night Daytona. It was later in the season. We ran the gear wrench 4. I remember we were fast as fuck. We led laps. Got fucked from that one, and it hurt. And I've had the same. It's funny. It's still downstairs. I had the same can of Bush Apple I took to well over 16 races with me in like my time, which is I've only been in the NASCAR for like what 3 years now. This is like my third year, I guess you could say. Um, I took that can with me to every race, just waiting for Harvick or Josh to win. And I finally got to crack it on Sunday, and I took the biggest gulp ever, and it tasted so fucking bad. It was 4 years expired.
Ugh.
But I poured it all over my head too, and it was the best feeling ever because like I've waited so long to do that, and I wanted to do it at a race, but I'll get to do it in Bristol. Don't worry, because we're gonna win again. But
Hell
besides
yeah.
that, it was an amazing weekend for me, and I'm thankful I actually got to experience my driver win because it's like something I've always wanted to check off, like being a fan. Because like after years of hurt, or after a year of hurt with him in the 4 car and Stuart Haas just being fucking tool bags, I got to experience what it's like to actually run up front and have a competitive car, not to just only be good at the tracks you're good at, like Darlington, Martinsville, and Bristol, and then maybe a super speedway.
Yeah. Did you
But
watch any high limits on Saturday night?
I was peeking a little bit back and forth with Cooper. I know Corey Day won.
Yeah, it was a
Um,
good battle. Him, Corey Day, and Kyle Larson put on a
mm,
good show there. Also want to give a shout out. We talked about him earlier, struggling in the Cup Series. Old Tyrone Gibbs put on a
nasty
hell of a
lick,
show. He took a
nasty lick.
nasty lick, yes, but he qualified for the A main, his
Mhm.
first ever sprint car race.
Qualified like
So
what 16th?
I can't remember where he
It was far
started.
back. It was far back, but I mean he still qualified. Um,
And I mean, I know the plan was for him to run at Texas in a couple weeks when the high limit joins back up. So
I don't.
that'd be cool. I don't know if he will or not. I don't know if Grandpa Gibbs will shut that down or not.
Seabell,
Hopefully not.
yes. Ty Gibbs, no.
Yeah, Seabell was supposed to run there Thursday night, but the high winds picked up and they weren't able to get it in. So then they tried for Friday night, and then the rain came. I guess they canceled that, and then tried again for Saturday. Finally got it in. So yeah, shout out to High Limits. They're doing the little NASCAR tour. They'll be at Texas Motor Speedway, the dirt track there, and then Lakeside Speedway at Kansas, which is like 5 minutes down the road from Kansas Speedway.
Yeah.
So nice little NASCAR tour. I know back previous shows, Travis and I had always talked about that. Like we, I used to love when the World Outlaws was at Charlotte Motor Speedway, Coke 600 weekend. That was my first exposure to the World of Outlaws, and
It's
yeah,
right there.
especially
It's right there, like across from the track, though. Yeah.
yeah, and then same with the like Texas Motor Speedway,
hmm
the dirt track
And
is right
Talladega,
across the
right?
street. Yep,
Yeah, that's what I
same
was
thing.
thinking. Yep.
Same with
Yep.
Vegas, same
Okay.
concept.
That's what I
So
was
they're all
thinking.
like right there.
Yeah, because I
And
know
I
they're
guess
supposed to on Friday, and then they were talking about on pit road whenever all the rain came. They're like, "Yep, World of Outlaws race been canceled."
yeah, yep.
But
So it is what it is. All right, well yeah, we got a triple header coming up this weekend down in South Florida.
I know what you're
So
gonna lock in. I
lock
know
it
who you're gonna
in.
lock in for first pick. I already know who you're gonna do.
Lock it in. Lock
I
it
know
in.
it.
Can I have it? Can I have it for all three? I at least will probably put some
All
action on
three.
that. But,
All three.
well, I mean, that's got to be the play, right?
If you
That's
want to
got to
lock
be.
it, if you want to lock in for all three, I'll be more than fine with it. And I'm gonna just pick my three. If you really trust yourself that much, that he's gonna win all three.
I mean, I don't trust it, but it's just a fun play, right?
It is a fun play.
That's all I can say. I don't think that's the final card,
Oh my
but
God,
I am curious into what it would look like to
the
be
odds are crazy for him.
like crazy good or crazy bad.
Minus 130.
Jesus Christ!
Minus
Say
130 in
that.
Xfinity.
Nuh-uh. Oh
Yeah,
my God,
no money on that.
bro.
You got to put in serious money to start
That's
making
crazy.
something off
And
that.
plus 400 for the thing. And you can't even parlay them right now. That's crazy. Well, so never mind. That's canceled. We're not doing that. Fade Larson, folks. At least right now. Don't get that kind of odds. I'm going to see what the other book is.
I'll make my first pick.
Go ahead. Lead us off.
I'm gonna say fuck it and He's found some speed. He's getting his feet wet again. Give me Chandler Smith plus 1100. Get
Chandler
himself back in
Smith.
victory lane.
Hell yeah. All right. Give me. Give me Corey Heim. It's Heim time. Back to back.
Plus 500.
Plus 500 is what I'm seeing it. Yes.
DraftKings at least.
Yeah, I went to Hard
Sheldon
Rock
Creed
just to
is the
see.
projected favorite for Xfinity race. Next to under Kyle Larson, of course, but
Yeah.
talking about full-time drivers. Sheldon Creed.
Excluding Kyle Larson. Okay, so I guess my pick here. Give me. Give me Austin Hill plus 900.
Oh, fuck. Another pick I want to throw in there as well. Brandon Jones plus 2,800 for the trucks. Forgot he's running, so maybe he
Oh,
might,
the trucks.
maybe he might learn a little bit and be able to throw himself back in victory lane as well. So that could help him out big time for Saturday. But I feel
Yeah.
like for Saturday, I'm gonna go. He finally gets his shit. His team gets his shit together. He runs a good race and doesn't get in any trouble. Give me Quapple plus 2,200.
I was thinking that, honestly.
Mhm.
It's not a bad pick. I like it.
After running how we did, I definitely could see Quapple winning this one.
Yeah, a little redemption pick. I like it. I like it a lot. All right, on to
I already know
Sunday.
what I'm going. We're going back to back on the intermediate tracks. We're going back to back. Give me Josh Berry plus 3,000,
Oh, shit.
which is damn crazy. The same odds we had in Vegas, and we won.
Is that all it was?
Yep, it was plus 3,000.
I thought it was
So-
more than that. I thought it was like 65 on mine.
I remember
I'm
looking
gonna
at it because
look.
I was like, the odds aren't
Is that
bad.
on DK?
Yeah, I'm on DraftKings.
I'm saying that was pre-Vegas DraftKings.
Whenever, like last week when we were going into
Yeah,
Vegas.
it was 3,500. You're right.
Yep.
Not crazy.
Nope.
Okay. Yeah. So I like it. Plus 3,000. Didn't jump at
Mhm.
all in it. I like it. All right. I mean, how do you not go with the guy that won here in this fall, right? Tyler Reddick with that incredible move.
I hope Reddick gets wrecked.
I
by
mean,
Josh.
him, and then obviously if you want a more economical play and get a more bang for your buck, go all in with Denny Hamlin. I mean, he's really good at this track.
Or Byron, or I mean,
Or
you could even
Byron.
go.
That's a. Well, I mean, Denny Hamlin, I got plus 1,100 here, so that's why I
Yeah.
said that.
Byron's
That's
plus
what I got
650,
to-
so he's a little higher.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is that I feel like the best economical play or the best bang for your buck there, Denny Hamlin plus 1,100. It's in the numbers as well, folks. All in. All right, top 10 play.
I feel like we should go AJ below. I wouldn't do Priest top 10. I would go AJ and below that.
Okay, what's AJ on your site?
AJ's plus 250, Noah plus 300.
Okay, that's fine. I got AJ at plus 220 on mine.
Motherfucker. I'm gonna go a
I
little
mean, no,
ballsy here.
I'm not going AJ. I'm not going AJ.
Okay.
Give me Noah Gregson plus 260.
I'm gonna change it up. I'm gonna go Ricky plus 500.
That's another great pick. He
He
ran
found a
great
lot of
on
speed.
Sunday.
He found a lot of speed on Sunday and
did.
was kind of like a sleeper. Kind of died off later in the race, but battled through most of the midfield and then found his way through the top 10 and kind of stayed there a little bit. But I could see him doing the exact same thing again. He's always a sleeper pick. You never know when Ricky's gonna run well or run bad.
Well,
So
I
I
feel
would,
like he runs well at drivers' racetracks, and he's a wheelman. He's a dirt
He is.
sprint car guy.
he is.
And this is kind of in that same wheelhouse. And you look at all the dirt guys; they do really well at this kind of style of racetrack. I mean, we just talked about it. We just named them. Byron or not Byron, but Bell, Reddick, Larson. I mean, all those guys are really good here. I do like that Stenhouse top 10 as a long shot plus 500. That's solid.
Be a good bet. So run it.
Yes, sir. All right, Bailey. Well, it's a good one. We're right about an hour here. I know we had some technical difficulties, but that's par for the course for the Rose 1 through 10 boys.
Goddamn right.
So it's nothing unusual for us, but we appreciate y'all sticking it out on this Wednesday night.
Yes.
And we'll be back next week.
Be back next week to celebrate another 21 win.
Hey. All right. See y'all next week.
Deuces. Oh man.